Hey, what's going on, mentees or mentors? This is Mr. Richard here. Welcome to the mentorship or welcome to YouTube or wherever you're watching this at. And today we have a special guest on here, Mr. Tevin, Mr. TC himself in the community. Um, Today he closed. Is it today or yesterday? I'm not sure today, but he closed on his business. Yay! Congratulations,
Yeah.
congratulations, congratulations. So, um, introduce yourself and kind of, you know, tell everybody about like the experience or, how'd you go about it and kind of go from there.
I bet. My name's Tevin Connors. I'm a personal trainer by trade. My wife and I just closed on a group fitness studio. Some of y'all may have heard of it before. It's a worldwide company, so it name's F45. So it's just functional fitness. So it's group fitness classes, 45-minute classes, um, with personal trainers on the floor with you. So we have been working at the business for like the last 5 years, and our owner owned five in the or six in the Tampa area, and he wanted to come up off of one, and it happened to be ours. So I found out that he wanted to do it. Like most people in this group, I would assume, um, we're not built to be employees. So I saw the opportunity to further my entrepreneurship dream and I worked the deal. Um, Pretty much 100% owner financed. That was based off of relationship connection. So if I have any advice, try to build a relationship with whoever you're trying to buy a business from first. Make them buy into your story, make them buy into you. And then who knows what you can work out with them. But it was a deal I couldn't pass up. I'm not sure, Rich, you could we looked over the numbers before. I think it was grossing somewhere around 600,000 on the year. And you know, netting, I don't even know exactly how much monthly. Right now we're about like 30K in um net. And now mind you, expenses are high in a business like this, but it's all about growth. So what happened is that he the owner worked the owner finance, and my wife and I, had a HELOC that we pulled the money out of. So essentially we borrowed against our house, the equity in our house. So um, we got lucky, bought a house in COVID, or right before COVID. Our house doubled in price. We took a HELOC on that. So it was like another 130, 150K in a credit line, which is essentially available cash for you. So if you guys have a house, look to see what it's worth and see if you can open up a line of credit and you can use that as funding for your business. So it's just like I think our interest rate is somewhere like around 7, and you have 10 years to pay it back. And if you don't pay it back in that 10 years, it rolls into another 10 years, and you can have four open at a time essentially. So you can stretch it, making those payments pretty small. And then obviously, hopefully, you're making enough off your business to be able then to pay off your loan, or in Rich's eyes, take out some more debt and and leverage that. You
And
know what
buy
I'm
more.
saying? But yeah, buy more, exactly. So yeah, it was a very long process. I won't lie to you. We talked about it since December. And we just closed this past weekend. So it was a lot of back and forth. But actually, on the topic of, I don't know if it was Edgar that was just talking about, he just came into the group. Whoever was just talking about buying the LLC, that's what we did. And hindsight, I would have bought it under our own LLC rather than acquiring their LLC. Just because what I ran into is it's already a cash flowing business, and it became a lot of hoops to jump through in order to open up business accounts that are accounts receivable, things like that, because SunBiz or wherever whatever your state has equivalent to SunBiz, um, doesn't update right away. So if you file an amendment to say that you're the owner of this LLC now, it's going to take time. So now that money is up in the air, probably in the previous owner's account, and now you don't have access to it. So I would say start your LLC, get your business bank account open, buy that business under that LLC. If I were to do it again, I don't know about you, Rich, but obviously you've heard me talk about this before, and it's added stress to the situation that didn't wasn't really necessary.
Yeah. All right.
So,
So yeah. Well, we'll do it. That's a little more detailed stuff, but we'll kind of harp on like we'll just talk about like how you kind of got, started. Like, okay, so like the majority of people in this community are like entrepreneur mindsets. They hate working for people. They always see
hmm,
processes in their job that are not done properly and, could be, done a little bit better. So let's start with this. Like, I remember we first talked about it because, we was at the gym and he was like, hey man, the guy's interested in, the guy said he don't really want to do it no more. And I said, well, you should ask him to buy it. And he's like, I never,
thanks.
I never really thought about it, but I mean, I guess. I said, you think he'll sell it to you? He said, maybe. I said, y'all cool. He said, yeah, we're real tight. We talk all the time. I said, yeah, I think you probably can get it. I think you can, at least take a stab at it. You never know. What I mean?
Yeah,
And I don't know. That was December, November last year, and then now look where we at. You know what I mean? So you
yeah,
never
thanks.
know what can come from anything if you ask, especially in something like that. And then now you didn't have to go to the bank to get financing. You got owner financing. You had to give him a down payment. You just pay him monthly. The cash flow that the business brings, which I love subscription-based businesses because now, things like gym memberships, they come every month. On the first of the month, all them accounts are hitting, right? So you already kind of know what you're
Yeah,
working that month. So now you can just start paying all the bills, start paying all the employees, and you really ain't got to go do nothing. You can still try to work people and get more people to sign up. But, the first of that month, you get all the influx of money. So those type of business models are really great, right? You get a lot of cash flow and then you can just kind of start paying people out. So
yeah,
you gotta try
for
to
sure.
get them numbers up.
Definitely was yeah, man. It was definitely like I don't know. It was a perfect storm of a situation, I think. And that's why like I harped on the idea of like building that relationship. So if I don't know what kind of company you may work for or whatever business you may work for, but if it's small enough, like we were talking earlier about somebody acquiring a roofing company. Like so a if you're somebody working in that company, you're like, man, I don't want to punch this clock for this person anymore, making their dream happen. Like I want to do this. Go talk to him, see what's up. There's a price on everything. And then you come to Rich and he gets you the funding you need. You know what I mean? And then you're the boss, you know what I mean? So um but no, it was like you said, it was just a lot of that, we talked about I can't, like I just said, make somebody else's dream work when it's kind of you putting in all the work anyway, but you're just on salary. Like that person's never around. Like, you know what? Let's see. I think I could do this better. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah.
So like what do you think like, what would you rate that overall experience from you starting out with nothing and just an ideal, or just, this situation comes up to completion of the business? How would you rate that whole experience 1 through 10? Is it like hard, difficult? Was it stressful? Or when you kind of look back on it in hindsight, it really wasn't that bad. It just was a lot of paperwork and waiting on other people. I've had different experiences from people. Like, what's your thoughts on it?
I would say looking back at it now that it's done, mm,
Or some
there's a
things
lot of like
you could
hurry.
change too.
Yeah, it was a lot of like hurry up and wait. Like
Yeah.
you complete this document, wait for somebody to process it, read it, and then put it through on their end, and you're waiting for an email for a week. You don't know what's going on. Did they accept you? Did you not? I would say it was. it was a it was a stressful experience. Um, but I don't yeah, right, exactly. I don't think that it would have been any different any other way, right? Like even if you're coming to a whole cash deal and being like, yo, I got all the money, boom, right here. It still comes to a level of stress, I think, at the beginning. One, you're just dropping all that money, right? Like you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
So, and my thing was like, I don't know if this is gonna fall through. All this time, it might fall through. So I'm like, shit, I don't even know if this is gonna work. Like I'm thinking, I'm bet putting all my eggs in this basket. It might not work. It was a stressful experience, but now that it's over, I feel like the first step to becoming financially free has has taken place, right? The first asset that I have has taken place.
yeah,
Now, you hear me, I'm already talking about what we're gonna do next now.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
so,
Yeah. Because
so
it's
it
kind of
was
weird. It's almost like you have the uncertainty, you have the stress, you have the anxiety, but then once you complete it, you've kind of realized, man, it really wasn't that bad. It
yeah.
is, but it's not. And I say people, yeah, would you do it again? Of course I would, because
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
necessary means. It's a means to an end. You have an objective. You want to accomplish a goal. You want your financial freedom, but you got to take that next step, right? That first step is always the hardest, but after that, second, third, fourth, fifth step, it's kind of downhill from there. But
Yeah, I wouldn't do it any other way,
yeah,
honestly. I think that's the best way to do it. And I would advise everybody look to see if you can acquire something.
okay. Let's
Uh,
lead the people with a nugget of knowledge. Give them some guidance on what's anything that you feel like they should just give them some guidance on the whole process of the whole experience, and then yes.
um, so I would say just don't think too much about it, right? Like if in your gut you feel like you can make it happen, just pull the trigger, right? Pull the trigger, let it happen the way it's supposed to happen, and man, you fall down 9 times, you get up 10. Like if it doesn't work, pivot, get your hustle right, and get back at it. I think too many people are a victim of their own mindset of being like, this ain't gonna work, this ain't gonna happen, rather than being like, nah, I'm gonna make it happen one way or another. Like it's gonna happen. Like I said today, I'm 50K in. Where else am I going?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not getting that back. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we're gonna have to make this happen. So, put some skin in the game.
Yeah.
It'll change a lot of it for you. It'll change the mindset a little bit, and I think that even if you didn't have all that hustle at the beginning, that hustle will come out of you when you have some skin in the game for sure. So,
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. But if anybody wanted to reach out to you or get your personal experience on about buying a gym, running a gym, or even about the community or how was it here, give yourself a shout out and everybody go follow him on social media.
yeah, for sure. So, my social media is the hybrid trainer. So, you'll see a whole bunch of stuff that I do on there. You'll get a real insight on my entrepreneurial mindset. There's probably a million different things that I've dove into, but I post a lot of content about business, about like what I'm doing right now, and I'm even gonna get more into it, especially now that we bought this. So you'll see the whole process of what it looks like from day one to um making it even more successful. So the hybrid trainer is Instagram, hybrid trainer is YouTube, and Tevin Connors on Facebook. So definitely give me a follow. I'll follow back, chat, all that stuff. I'm always open.
All right, that'll work.
TikTok as well, Kim, the hybrid trainer as well.
All right, well, like I said, I ain't gonna take too much of your time. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate you being here. And check out your boy stuff and just know that, you know, Me and him met, and you know, me and him met just at the gym. We just got to talk about business stuff, kind of put the little bug in his ear, right? I'm not gonna say
Yeah.
100% of it, but I know for sure I saw the inception to the completion, right?
Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't
And
help him
I will
everything, but
say,
I did give some insight, you know?
yeah, nah, I will say that I mean this he's been a Rich been a crazy help. Like whether it's just somebody I could bounce ideas off of, and things like that. Like
Yeah,
he knows what he's talking about. Like you're in the right place for sure. Like you're gonna get the value out of this 1000%. And from what I experienced, like he's gonna rock with you for the long haul, even if you know what I mean. Even if you don't pull the trigger on anything, you're just kind of sitting around listening. Like he's gonna rock with you, bounce your ideas off him. He's got a lot of knowledge in there.
yeah. Bounce ideas, but you got to execute too, right? I'm an
Yeah.
advocate. My middle name should be execute. I swear to you, like you can get all the game in the world. I can sit here and talk till I'm blue in the face, which ain't gonna happen because I'm black. I could talk to you all day about systems, teams, plays, funding, credit, investments. You got to do it. You got to do it, right? And his Instagram is the hybrid trainer. But he's going to get a Facebook that says hybrid trainer too, and a TikTok
Yeah.
that says hybrid trainer too, because if you start doing social media, you should be on all social media platforms, all right?
Yeah, yeah. My TikTok is hybrid trainer. My Facebook's the only one that's not a hybrid trainer.
Mm.
There
We're gonna work on some social media game and some social media stuff too, but we'll cross that bridge
we
when we
go.
get there. But thank you for coming up, man. What we'll do this if you're watching on YouTube, join the free webinar. If you're watching from TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, join the free class. We talk about this type of stuff: investments, buying businesses, buying real estate, all the kind of stuff like that. And maybe one day you can be like him, just sitting up here talking about your. But what we're gonna do is stay up for a little bit. We're gonna have a Q&A with the class, and if anybody want to come up and ask him a question about his process or how he did it, or that type of stuff, we'll welcome the questions, and then we'll get to our lesson for the day. But thank y'all. Make sure you're following if you're on social media too. Thank you.
For sure.